So Nearby Lucas, this is the debut of a new quote-unquote format for the channel.
Yeah, just some wikis aren't quite as elaborate as others.
No, but they still contain some funny and or hype stuff. So we've decided to create a new series called Wiki Quickies, where we just delve very quickly into multiple wiki entries within the same broad topic. Today, we're covering the F-Zero franchise. So Nearby Lucas, before we get into the wiki entries themselves, what is your history with the currently dead franchise F-Zero?
Oh, God.
It's so sad that it's dead.
It's so sad that it's dead because every time I'm like, it's not dead. It's like, it's been since like 2004, Lucas. Just give it up. Give it up.
And how would you describe F-Zero to people who aren't familiar with it?
It's F1 gone harder.
And if anyone wants a simpler explanation than that, it is a racing game where they went so much harder than they needed to for every single facet of the design. Like from the characters to the music.
The music.
The music is insane. And I've queued up specifically one of the songs from the F-Zero X soundtrack that I listened to and went, no, no, this is not in a racing game. So this is a song from the F-Zero X OST simply called Fall Down to the Scream. It's like, and you know what? We can get louder than that. This isn't a racing game, but the game, the N64.
N64, man.
What did they do?
I don't know. So, yeah.
N64.
To clarify, when you ask what my history with the franchise is,
It's playing that game and going, the fuck is this?
I didn't know what F-Zero was. I don't know how I ended up with the video game, but I presume my parents were just like, oh, racing game that looks fun. And
They were right.
Yeah.
That's a
they
good
got that
decision.
Right. It was just, what are these flying cars going 1,200 kilometers an hour to, like, awesome music?
Yes, and that's the thing, like, just everything about the series is awesome. And what is your idea to bring it back, Lucas? Because folks at home, if there's anyone out there with an uncle who works at Nintendo, take this idea for free. We just want to play F-Zero.
So my idea is to just take the Tetris 99 format / Battle Royale format and then take F-Zero X's Death Race and just make it F-Zero 99. There's just 99 players all in a death race. Last player wins.
Yeah, and Death Race is just where the goal is race, but you can also crash into your opponents, which is why it's one of the best games ever.
Yeah.
Because I love racing games where you're encouraged, if not outright told, to just ram your opponents off the road.
Well, the only way to win the death race is to be the last one left.
Exactly, and that's such a good idea. Like 99 players, because you know right at the start, I'm going to turn the opposite way. I'm going to drive the opposite way and just start boost spinning. So I've got my boost power. But the specific topic of today's Wiki Quickies is the characters from the F-Zero franchise, a list of which I have in front of me. I'm going to cover just a couple of them, but I think we have to start with the man himself, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Baba.
What? Oh, he is there, yeah, Baba. Baba, the wild child, was born and raised amid the natural beauty of Giant. Who the fuck named that planet?
I don't know.
It's just big, there we go. A planet with expansive tracts of green land, so he probably shares it with Sonic. He has preternatural animal instincts and a resilient, well-toned physique, both of which factored into his recruitment into the F-Zero Pilot Selection Committee.
Oh, God.
They just tracked down like, you're awesome, you're a badass, you need to be in F-Zero.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's voiced by Goku.
Oh.
He's voiced by the voice actor of Goku, and his age is 19.
He's 19.
He's 19, and he's in
He
F-Zero.
looks like he's, what, 50?
Well, to be fair, like F-Zero must age you horribly.
That's true.
And then we have here trivia. It is revealed in his masterclass video that Baba wears his helmet while showering. You would though, wouldn't you? Ironically, in F-Zero X, when falling off the course, the female scream is used despite the fact he's male.
Fair enough.
It might be he's got a really high-pitched scream, we don't know.
You might do, yeah.
Like, do you know like that when you're playing Halo, and sometimes when you kill a female elite, they'll scream with the man screams. It's like, maybe that, we don't know. So Lucas, what's the next character you'd like to cover from the F-Zero X wiki in this Wiki Quickie?
It's hard to remember all the names, but I do remember there's a guy called Black Shadow.
Black Shadow it is. And Black Shadow is a cold-blooded king of evil feared by all, who just so happens to take part in races.
That's the thing you have to remember. These are all just characters that you never see that are just in a car for a racing game.
And that's the thing, so you could ram him off the road and kill him.
Yeah.
This is like when like Tony Stark gets into like a car for that race, And it's like, if he crashes that car, like, half the value of America's stock market gets wiped off right there. He often shows up at the extraterrestrial F-Zero circuits as if they are his own. However, Captain Falcon has seen much success capturing his foot soldiers.
Yeah, because that's the thing, is like, he's an evil lord that has people underneath him that Captain Falcon bounty hunts on the side to his F-Zero racing career.
He wants nothing more than to see the end of the meddlesome bounty hunter, preferably in front of millions of fans. It is inevitable that in any race he enters, there will be an accident. My man! My fucking man. And personality, he is very evil. He has a resemblance to DC's comic character, Batman. Have you heard of him? He is the most requested F-Zero character to become a playable character in the Super Smash Bros. Series. Wait a minute. In lap 30 of the anime, Bart said he hates him and he's known to have a dark driver's license. What is a dark driver's license?
What?
He's got an evil license that lets him crash cars on purpose. In lap 43, he said he was born on August 15th. He's a devil and likes hot food. In lap 48, his machine number is 30 because of the length of his feet. He failed at love 30 times and he never went to the toilet alone before age 30. What? The king of evil, folks at home. The king of evil. Huh. So nearby Lucas, who's the next character from the F-Zero X wiki you'd like to cover on this Wiki Quickie?
Well, I just brought up the character list, and I want to know who Bio-Rex is.
So, Bio-Rex is a genetically engineered creature designed by the group of scientists who then went on to form a racing team called Dinosaur Racing Team. Where is that t-shirt? Dinosaur Racing Team. What did you do? We made genetically engineered dinosaurs who drive racing cars. Okay. Biography, the dinosaur is a product of biotechnology. Through this technology, his brain has become similar to a human's. If he wins the Grand Prix, he will prove that he's superior to humans.
So that's just his goal, to prove his genetic superiority as a dinosaur.
Yeah, he enters the Grand Prix to prove his superiority over humans, but this time, he has entered to satisfy his ravenous appetite for mammoth ribs. Doesn't he? That's not football. I am so, like, a genetically engineered dinosaur who exists to serve humans. Like, his only purpose is to style on humanity
To just
and prove
race.
it. So, nearby Lucas, what's the next character you'd like to cover from the F-Zero X wiki on this episode of Wiki Quickies?
Well, I think we need to talk about the man himself, Mr. Blood Falcon.
Blood Falcon. There's a Blood Falcon now.
There's a Blood Falcon.
And he drives a car called the Blood Hawk. Okay, so Blood Falcon is a clone of Captain Falcon.
2 games in, we need to clone Captain Falcon.
And then we've got a quote from him, "You and Blue Falcon can die together." He speaks about Captain Falcon's car like it's his own entity. And isn't it? It is, isn't it? Does it have like a piece of the universe in it or something?
Some crazy, wacky shit, yeah.
So although listed in race literature as 37 years old, Blood Falcon is actually a clone created from Captain Falcon's DNA, which was stolen while he was hospitalised from an accident.
Oh, no.
With that in mind, he's technically only 4 years old. He can do everything Captain Falcon can do, but he is only taught to obey the commands of his evil master. His sole purpose is to defeat Captain Falcon, and to give him an edge, he has a race machine built differently than the Blue Falcon. Oh, so nearby Lucas, who would you like to cover next on this episode of Wiki Quickies?
Well, today, I think we should talk about Octo Man.
The fuck is Octo Man? Where's that?
Presume he's an octopus man.
You know what? Let's take a bet right now. If there's an octopus that drives a car, I'm going to lose my shit. All right. Octo Man is an octopus.
He's an octopus.
It's an octopus who drives cars. Octo Man is a representative of Takora, a planet currently at odds with the Milky Way. The confrontation between the Federation and Takora grows more tense and drawn out by the day. The Takorians are surrounded by enemies and are in a very unstable economic state. Due to this, Octo Man wants to win the Grand Prix so they can pay for the education costs of his children.
Oh no.
So he's an octopus from a planet at war who's competing so that his children can eat.
What's this Mass Effect lore coming in?
He plans to contribute the rest of his earnings to the government of Takora to give it hope for the future.
Oh no.
He races for the future of his octopus planet. He pilots the Deep Claw, an F-Zero ship designed to accommodate his unusual body type. His race, the Takorians, are at odds with most other sentient races and tend to be arrogant about their advanced intelligence. He has a rivalry with a lady called Jody Summers. Why is there an octopus who rides the spaceship? And why is this not a...
To save the Takoran planet, Karl.
Why do we get a fee for every year but not this? That's so annoying. Oh, so Nearby Lucas, what would you like to cover next on this Wiki Quickies about the F-Zero franchise?
Let's talk about Gomar and Shioh.
Gomar and Shioh riding the twin Noritta. Okay, so this has got to be like the Ice Climbers or something else. It's got to be the dual character type.
I'm pretty sure as well it is like two cars that are strapped together, basically.
Yes, it is. It's two cars that are strapped together down the middle with duct tape. Hailing from the planet Hookmine, the Furaki people are known for their unusual custom of pairing for life. They find a partner and pair with an individual and do not leave them until they both find mates to marry, and as a result have new partners. Gomar and Shioh are two such examples of this. Gomar, the short one who boasts an impressive intellect, while Shioh is tall and boasts a tall physique. Well, yeah. So one's tall and one's smart. I wonder which one's going to get laid first.
It's just Pinky in the brain.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Have you ever seen that theory about Pinky in the brain? That, like, Pinky is the genius and Brain's the one that's insane?
Yeah, because everything that the brain does ends up failing, but the Pinky stumbles into success.
Yes. If people don't know what we're talking about, the intro song for Pinky in the Brain is like, one is a genius, the other's insane, but they never clarify which one they mean by that. And then there's episodes where, like, Brain is shown that he can't write his own name. There's an episode where he tries to spell his own name and he can't do it.
It's just assumed because he's called the Brain that he's the smart one.
The intelligent Gomar is very short and envies the stature of Shioh.
There it is.
There's Reddit. Reddit, the character, right there. He's short and thinks he's smarter than everybody else, but he's still jealous of the guy who's slightly taller. It says here that despite the presence of two cockpits, they drive together in perfect sync. However, their career in F-Zero may soon be ending as each of them will marry the following year. No, they didn't come with their wives.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why can't they both have dual carriages then?
No, 4. 4, of course. So Nearby Lucas, is there another character you'd like to cover from the F-Zero wiki for this episode of Wiki Quickies?
We need to talk about the Skull.
Oh, he's just called the Skull, and he's right. The Sonic Phantom? That's a car? Oh my god, he's just a skeleton.
He's just a skeleton man.
The Skull, Arbin Gordon, okay, I prefer the Skull, was once the greatest driver in the F-Max Grand Prix, a competition that predates the coming of F-Zero by 200 years. Thanks to the inexplicable powers of science and black magic, he has returned to the world to compete once again. With his remarkable technique and decision-making powers, he now has a chance to extend his legacy into a new generation. So he comes back from the grave to stunt on a new generation of drivers.
That's all it is. He just comes back for pride.
He's the oldest known F-Zero pilot.
Well, yeah, no shit.
He's 241 years old. And he's a skeleton. What does that mean, like, when you're entering there? It's like, here's Captain Falcon, like, you know, legendary bounty hunter. Here's Black Shadow, like, the king of all evil. And then a fucking skeleton rocks up.
Well, here's the Skull, the oldest, greatest driver we've got.
So that'd be like, if you're entering, like, a boxing match, and they just, like, reincarnate Muhammad Ali in his prime and, like, fight him. Like, no!
No, not in his prime, as a skeleton.
That's even worse. That means he'd be, like, super lightweight division. But he still have the skills and the power, man. So Nearby Lucas, is there another character you'd like to cover from the F-Zero wiki for this episode of Wiki Quickies?
Well, there's a lot of interesting names, but I just want to talk about the guy called Billy.
Oh my god, he's just called Billy, but he drives the Mad Wolf. Like, oh my god, he's a gorilla! He's just a gorilla! Billy is the first monkey to enter F-Zero. One of his ancestors was a trained rocket pilot and the first monkey in space. That is a fucking lineage. Whether by genetic predisposition or not, Billy's ability as a pilot is truly exceptional. He's the first monkey to enter the F-Zero Grand Prix. He was raised in a special lab where he was educated in human literacy and communication skills. The lab concurrently developed an F-Zero racer suitable for a monkey and bestowed upon him the honour of piloting it. I would be so fucking terrified if I was going in there for the race and I look across and there's a literal fucking monkey at the wheel just screaming.
Because Captain Falcon, he's like looking to his left, there's a screaming ape. He looks to the right, there's a skeleton man. Looks in his mirror, and there's just an octopus. It's like, what is going on?
Jody says to himself, perfect, this is how racing should be. Bring this series back, Nintendo. Bring it back.